Welcome to our course on Introduction to Airline Management. Now, some of you might be wondering, wait, what does communication have to do with airline management? The answer is everything. The airline industry is a living, breathing network of human interaction. From the pilot's briefing to the cabin crew's safety announcements, from ticket sales to crisis response, communication is the lifeblood that keeps the entire operation flowing. So, before we dive into schedules, routes, or aviation regulations, we must first understand the engine of understanding, communication itself. That's exactly what Module 1 is about, laying the foundation of professional, effective communication as it works inside complex organizations like airlines. 1. General Introduction to Communication. Communication, in its simplest sense, is the process of exchanging information, ideas, feelings, and instructions between people. But in the airline world, it's not just information exchange, it's a matter of safety, efficiency, and passenger satisfaction. If communication fails in a flight deck, that's not just a workplace inconvenience, it could become a safety hazard. If it fails between customer service and passengers, it becomes a public relations problem. So, we see right away that communication is both a human skill and a professional tool. In airline management, communication exists on multiple layers. Between employees, like pilots, flight attendants, engineers, and ground staff. Between management and employees, directives, briefings, and operational updates. Between the airline and its passengers, check-in instructions, boarding calls, in-flight announcements. Between the airline and external bodies, air traffic control, airport authorities, regulators, media. 2. Communication systems, modes, and networks. Airlines function on structured communication systems to ensure nothing is left to chance. Let's break down these concepts. Communication systems refer to the organized ways in which information flows. In an airline, this could be operational systems, like cockpit control tower radio channels, flight dispatch updates, and crew scheduling notifications. Customer service systems, like ticketing platforms, email updates, and in-airport announcements. Emergency systems, for rapid dissemination of alerts during crisis. Modes of communication refer to the format in which information is shared. In airline management, these could be oral communication, briefings, PA announcements, phone calls. Written communication, manuals, bulletins, policies, and memos. Nonverbal communication, gestures, safety demonstration signals, and visual indicators. Communication networks describe the paths through which information travels inside an organization. Chain network, where instructions move step by step from a manager down to a frontline employee. Wheel network, where all communication revolves around a central hub, like an operations control center. All-channel network, where everyone can talk to everyone else, like in a collaborative safety team meeting. 3. Definition of communication. In formal terms, communication is the process of transmitting and receiving messages with shared understanding. But the key phrase is shared understanding. If a pilot transmits a message to the control tower but the meaning is misunderstood, communication has not happened. The same goes for customer service. Telling a passenger, "Gate change to 14B," only works if the passenger understands where 14B is and how to get there in time. So, definition alone isn't enough. Effective communication means ensuring both clarity and confirmation. 4. Elements of the communication process. In an airline environment, the elements of communication are always present. Sender, the person or system initiating the message. Example, the pilot briefing cabin crew about expected turbulence. Message, the content being communicated. Example, fasten seat belts, turbulence ahead. Channel, the medium through which the message is sent. Example, intercom, written notice, or hand signals. Receiver, the person or group who interprets the message. Example, cabin crew, passengers, or ground staff. Feedback, the receiver's response that confirms understanding. Example, cabin crew verbally confirming they are ready, passengers fastening seat belts. Context, the situation in which the communication takes place. Example, mid-flight turbulence versus gate-side boarding. Noise, anything that interferes with the message. Example, loud ambient noise in an airport, technical jargon that confuses a non-technical audience. 5. Difference between oral, written, and nonverbal communication. Oral communication is immediate and allows for instant feedback, perfect for cockpit coordination or gate announcements. However, it can be misheard or forgotten. Written communication is permanent and precise, such as flight operation manuals or safety checklists. But it's slower to update in fast-moving situations. Nonverbal communication uses gestures, facial expressions, posture, and visual cues. In aviation, nonverbal signals are critical for things like ramp marshalling, safety demonstrations, and silent crew coordination. In an airline, these three often overlap. For example, a safety briefing uses oral words, written cards, and nonverbal gestures all at once. 6. Formal communication system. In airlines, formal communication follows an approved, official pathway. It can be vertical communication, from top management down to operational staff, downward, or from staff up to management, upward. Horizontal communication, between colleagues at the same level, like between two flight attendants or between two engineers. Quasi-vertical, where communication slightly cuts across levels without going fully up or down the hierarchy. Formal communication is critical in aviation because it ensures traceability. If a safety incident occurs, formal reports provide a documented trail of what was said and done. 7. Semi-formal and informal communication system. Semi-formal communication blends official and unofficial channels, for example, a supervisor sending an informal text to alert crew of a schedule change before issuing the official notice. Informal communication, or the grapevine, spreads through casual conversations, break room discussions, and social media chats. While informal talk can help build morale, it can also spread misinformation if not monitored. 8. Barriers and limitations to effective communication. In the high-stakes, fast-paced airline world, communication barriers can have serious consequences. These include physical barriers, noise from aircraft engines, poor intercom quality, or distance between team members. Language barriers, misunderstandings with passengers or crew from different linguistic backgrounds. Cultural barriers, different interpretations of gestures or etiquette. Psychological barriers, stress, fatigue, or low morale affecting how messages are sent and received. Information overload, too many messages at once, causing important details to be missed. Technical barriers, faulty communication equipment or software glitches. Organizational barriers, overly rigid hierarchy slowing down message flow. Good airline management works to anticipate and reduce these barriers through staff training, improved systems, and clear communication policies.